What's good, guys? It's Jida, and we are back with my GM. The saga continues. Number 2, in the last episode, we were kicked off the Lakers. We are now the GM of an expansion team. Now, before we get to anything, I did run the poll on Twitter. If you guys want me to read out the conversations, we are going to be the GM for the Las Vegas expansion team. And we're going through our first offseason. As you can see in this episode, we're going to protect players. We're going to do the expansion draft, the NBA draft, sign some rookies, free agency, all that jazz. And we're going to try to get through some of the first season. There's probably going to be a lot of story we have to get through. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the rival GM and I are at the Hall of Fame meeting. He started talking about the leaked information from last episode, and I just told him, sorry, I don't speak snake. Okay, so now Andrew's telling me that whoever's Summer League team wins, there's going to be a lot at stake. If I win, he has to admit the whole leaking of my information scandal was his fault, and if he wins, I have to say he's the better GM than me. Honestly, as a GM, that's just immature on his part. That's why we don't mess with that man. Okay, league meetings, every single rule is being rejected. So none of this matters. The draft lottery. So, we have the highest chance of the #1 pick. The Supersonics, the other expansion team. They're right there with us though. Alright, 4th pick is the Grizzlies. Everything seems to be falling into place right now. If the 2nd pick is the Sonics, then we have the 1st pick. It is the Sonics. We have the 1st overall pick in the draft. What a coincidence. Okay, so now we're at a press conference. Me and the other new GM. He's talking a lot of trash. And honestly, should I keep it classy or should I just rip him? Yeah, I'm just gonna rip him. Oh, okay, that made our team value go up and our fan interest. Las Vegas people love the trash talk, but it did hurt our team image a little bit. I don't really care. And these are players in the expansion draft we can take with the 1st pick. You know, Whiteside's the best player available. Howard is a good player too, but Jordan Bell is younger. He's pretty good, so I'm gonna try to take Bell and Hart if I can because they're young. So Bell I'm gonna take, Hart I'm gonna take. What is this? Do I pick multiple people? All right. For some reason we're in a game right now. I don't really know what's going on. I'll be completely honest, guys. It just kind of launched me into this game. I think this game determines that press conference. Remember earlier I was saying the loser has to say they're the worst GM and whatnot. I'm pretty sure this is that game. That's what I was just picking players for. I did not realize that when I was picking the players. Otherwise I would have chose Whiteside and the higher rated guys, but they didn't really make that very clear. Not doing good early on because I did not pick players that I wanted for just this one game. Kick Gilchrist for 3, horrible shot! So why did I take it? Josh Hart was the Summer League MVP in real life. Can he be the Summer League MVP for me? Oh, McConnell's fallen! Damn it, I can't get any offense. This team is not a good team I picked. So I wanted just young players to go along with everyone else I'm going to end up with. They're not falling for anything. They're not falling for any pumps. Alright, let's push the ball up the court as fast as we can. Give it a Hart. Hart, open for 3, please. Kid Gilchrist, why are you just throwing the ball? What are you doing? Good block, go, come on, let's run. Let's run, Bell to MKG, MKG back to Bell, Bell all the way to the hoop, yes! Oh, Miles, open 3. There we go, Miles is the best shooter on this team. Oh, Miles, you're missing by kilometers, boy. Mine, come on, let's go. Miles, you need to hit this 3. Alright, alright, it's a 2, but I'll take it. And we lost the game. To be honest, guys, I didn't really care about this game. Kind of just half-assed it, my effort. I'm totally okay taking an L there. It really doesn't mean anything. Okay, but it did give them the 1st pick in the draft, which they used on Hassan Whiteside. I'm still going to use my 1st pick on Josh Hart. I'm going to use the 2nd pick on Jordan Bell. I want young players that I can actually use on my roster. Whiteside, you know, I don't see him being a part of my championship aspirations. Okay, now that I got my 3 young guys, I'm going to try to get some people who can play this season, so that's an Al Jefferson. I don't really want to take Roberson, to be honest. JR, we'll take him for the memes. There's really not a lot of young players in this draft. Justin Jackson, he's kind of young. I don't know how much he's going to develop. He has B- potential. We could grab him. Now I'm just going to take guys who don't have too big of salaries. So Troy Daniels and Royce O'Neal. We'll also take, oh wow, these guys have some big salaries. That's why you can see they're all here. Sean Kilpatrick. I don't care how bad my team is this first year. We are tanking pretty much. So we're just grabbing guys with low salaries. JR is the only big salary guy we've taken. Like, I don't want that $16 million on my thing from Mozgov. Hell no. Okay, so our team value went down after the draft. But I think we're fine. Yeah, I basically drafted young. I want supporting guys who are going to be on the team for a long time. The other team, he drafted a bunch of guys who are good now, but might not be good in a year or two, you know? So my head coach wants us to take Bagley. You know, Bagley was kind of my choice, him or Luka. Really hard for me to say. I think we will draft Bagley number 1. He just seems like the best scorer. So we're going to take Marvin Bagley number 1. He's already the highest rated. He's 19. If Luka was 18 and had that extra year to develop over Bagley, I think I would take him. But I do like Bagley here, so we're going to take him. And somehow the Sonics got the 8th overall pick for Parsons and Jackson. That doesn't seem realistic to me. I'm content with who I have. We also have so much cap space for free agency, so that bodes really well for us. I don't know who to take in the second round. You know, this guy, he's a 73 and he's 19. I guess that's the best player at this pick. And Luka actually ended up being a 79 and Bagley a 78, so I was fooled. I was goofed, man. But I'm still happy with Bagley. Great scorer. He's going to fit in nice with our roster. Our owner now wants to talk to us. Wants to talk turkey, apparently. But basically, our owner just wanted us to go get a star player in free agency, and that's my goal. So, the table isn't loaded, or is it a glass table? I can't tell. You know, LeBron has, you know, he left the Cavs. This past summer, so we have a chance at LeBron. First, we're signing Bagley. We're going to sign this guy too, of course. Why not? So our owner wants us to get LeBron, and one of the options is we need to let him become lead GM. I don't know if LeBron is the best GM, to be honest. I also don't really buy into the whole LeBron makes all the decisions for his teams thing. I don't really buy into that, but I will tell our owner to adjust his expectations. LeBron's not going to come to Las Vegas, I don't assume, but the way things are setting up in this plot line, maybe he will. And here he is, it's LeBron Ramon James! Alright, he wants to know why he wants to come to Vegas. And I will give him a max contract. Okay, so LeBron wasn't happy that I pitched him on only a max deal. He didn't seem to think that was enough. We have 38 in cap, and we're going to go for LeBron. It'd be cool if we were able to get him, I just don't see it. Let's take a look at our cap holds. Al, off the books. Gives us more space to get some free agents. LeBron's the big fish, obviously. We're in the conference room with LeBron. All right, let's ask him for his opinion on the team state. Says there's some work to be done. He thinks he might be the missing ingredient. All right, let's begin the negotiation with LeBron James. He's looking for a 4-year deal worth 153. And this is LeBron James we're talking about. We're going to give it to him. We're going to even give him a no-trade clause. Okay, so that gave LeBron some morale. I don't know if LeBron really needed morale from me, but we gave it to him. The Snick, Kevin Durant. You know, last episode I said I wouldn't sign him, but now that he's sitting here in front of me, it's kind of juicy. Chris Paul could be fun. Paul George could be fun on our team too. Oh, that's a lot of money for PG, man. That's a lot of money. But I have a lot of money to spend. Okay, so Paul George says we're not his top choice, but let's begin to negotiate with him. He wants 4 years, 131. You know, 20 cheaper than LeBron, I could take that. We're not going to give him a no-trade clause, though. He appreciates my offer. I gave him some morale, too. Paul George agreed to a contract with us, so we're going to sign Paul George. Tyreek signed with the Grizzlies. LeBron went back to the Cavs. Okay, we got to give Paul George some help, so we're going to go after Will Barton here, too. Barton's also not thrilled about the state of our team, but we're going to offer him a contract. 3 years, 34. Barton's a pretty good player. He'd be good to pair with Paul George. Nerlens Noel is another interesting guy to bring on the team. Just negotiate. We don't need to know what he thinks of our team. He only wants a 2-year deal. I'm willing to give it to him, but not for $22 million like he wants. I'm going to give it for 16. Says he thinks we might have a deal here, so we'll see what Noel chooses to do with that. Nerlens signs with us too. Barton did not, which is unfortunate. Now in GM mode, when you do Trade Finder, it actually hurts the players. They hear about the fact that you tried to trade them. So we got to be careful with our trade finding habits here, but I do want to find a trade for JR and Troy Daniels. Let's see what we can do with this. Just get their salary off my books. The Bulls will give us a first-round pick. I'm down with that. To shed all this salary for first-round picks, that's a deal. We have $31 million in cap room still, so we got to try to sign some dogs. Dwayne Wade could be good off the bench for us. You know, that's good for some team prestige, you know, getting a Dwayne Wade to play for us. Let's see what Dwayne Wade thinks of our state. He says he thinks we're close to being a winner. I mean, now that we got Paul George, that makes sense. Let's negotiate with Wade. He wants a 2-year deal worth $35 million. No, Dwayne. Yeah, you're losing morale, bro. You're not worth that much money anymore. I love you. I have your jersey and all, but come on now. We're also going to bring in Rondo to play point guard. Okay, he thinks we're close to being a winning team. And he likes to win. He wants, how much do you want, Rondo? 3 years, 34? How about 2 years, 15, buddy? Rondo signed with the Jazz. Uh-oh. We need a point guard. Our point guard on the roster is Jerry Grant. We also have Jordan Bell. We might have to trade Finder for Bell. Bell and Pirtle, maybe we can swing the two of these guys into a good trade for a point. And there it is, Malcolm Brogdon. There's a quality point guard. We have to give up Jordan Bell, but we basically got him for free. I like that, so let's do that. Guys, update. We're in a meeting. Basically, the owners of the NBA are deciding where the next All-Star game will be. My team, the Bandits, is going to play the Sonics in the Summer League. They're saying that the winner of that game will get to choose where the All-Star City will be to drive up interest in the Summer League. So that's what this whole conversation was. Okay, so I'm in the locker room telling my players about the bet. I don't know if you guys remember in the beginning, we had a bet. Whoever Summer League team wins between us and the Sonics, not only now is the All-Star game attached to it, but we had the bet from earlier that the loser of that game has to admit they're the worst GM between me and the other, GM. So that's on our mind. It's a big Summer League game for us. My pride and the All-Star game is on the line whenever we get to it. There's a lot of press conferences going on here. We're about to win this game. Us versus the Sonics. We're 7-0. We're going to simulate with Simcast. I'm just going to jump in if I need to. And we're winning early on, but not by a lot. Kind of killing them. We massacred them. That wasn't close. That's why I drafted Hart. So now he's admitting he leaked our reports like he said he would. And I'm gonna say he should resign immediately. So I am just out here talking shit to this guy's face. Oh man, he's being pressed by the press. That lowered my team image to a 5, lowered my team value, but my fan interest, they love the drama. We're at 100%. Okay, All-Star City selection, here it is. Vegas, we got it. All right, we have a lot of camps. So the number one thing to do is send Bagley to Untapped Potential. And again, we want Hart to get better, so we're going to send him to Untapped Potential. Perimeter shooting for Paul George. Paul George needs something other than perimeter shooting. Paul George is going to get combo guard. Yeah, he definitely needed that. Okay. And I have one more camp. Is there someone I can send Untapped Potential to? I'll send Noel. Got him signed. I mean, if he can get to like an 81, I'm liking that. Okay, we just entered the beginning of the regular season. Here's our rotation. Brogdon, Hart, Paul George, Bagley, Noel, Zeller off the bench, Tice off the bench, O'Neal off the bench. Seems like we should trade Zeller or Tice. Probably Zeller. Our first ever game is against the Lakers. We're in the locker room. Paul George giving me a shout out. I don't know. I basically told him just do your best. We won our first game by a lot. Okay, our coach wants us to adjust our game plan for Lonzo Ball. We lose to the Sonics. No! Paul George once again did well against his former team, and he wants to talk to me about it. I have such an easy job as a GM since this team's winning so much. All I do is just listen to them be like, "Oh, Jardel, I did so great. I love being a part of the Las Vegas Bandits." Wow, this draft has 3 players we think are going to be 80s right off the bat. This is a stacked draft. Probably should trade for some picks if this is the case. Dang, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. In last year's thing, it made that one guy at the beginning of the draft a total monster. Well, I always beat these teams after my coach wants me to make a game plan and then I just say no. Last year too, I always just crush the teams when I don't change the game plan. Paul George has heard rumors about how we're trying to trade for a player at his position. First off, Paul George, if we traded for another small forward, it's not like he's going to be taking your minutes. Bagley was a good pick for this first year. Goal completed, make playoffs within 3 seasons. He likes that. I like that. Our profits at $39 million. We all like that. I wish I could have that in real life though. LeBron won MVP. Trae Young won Rookie of the Year for the Sonics. Dwight won 6th Man for the Sonics. LeBron won Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty cool. De'Aaron Most Improved. We did not have a first teamer. We did not have a second teamer. We did not have a third teamer. But Bagley made the all-rookie first team. He averaged just under 20 points per game. That's pretty good as a rookie. Cavs lost in the first round of the Hawks. Okay, that's not really realistic, I gotta say. Philly versus Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. I could buy that. They're gonna have to play against the Warriors. The Sixers are. And the Sixers are going to lose to the Warriors. So the Warriors won the championship. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, we finished our first season as GM. Next year is our real finals push. We're making our budget for next season. Of course, all the money we can going to player payroll. We are about to spend a lot of money in free agency, guys, in this next episode. So be on the lookout for that. This is the second episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't see the first one, you can click here. And if you want to check out the Knicks one from last year, which was pretty funny, you can click there. Subscribe up here and leave a like. Peace.